What's up, people? So there's a couple of things I want to cover in this video. The main one being the discussion currently around the online beta for Red Dead Redemption 2. So the beta released, I think, a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago. I think there was some early access to people that bought the Ultimate Edition, and then some other stuff like that. But yeah, I started, was it yesterday, day before, something like that? So I'm just going to start off by saying I don't enjoy Rockstar's online portions of their games. I never really have. Hated GTA 5 online. GTA 4, I can't barely remember trying it, maybe a couple hours. Red Dead 1, I remember enjoying a little bit, but I don't actually remember it that well. But basically, Rockstar online portions of the games have never really had an impact on me. I never really had any pull to play them, or any sort of felt any reason or motivation to. For the first time, I've actually am thoroughly enjoying this online experience with Red Dead 2. And one of the things that I'm seeing quite a lot, and obviously one of the things that anyone that's played the beta so far will be hit with, is the economy and the difference from story mode to the online mode. So obviously when you play in story mode, you notice that things are pretty reasonably priced. You get a lot of money from your story missions. Before you know it, you've got more money than you know what to do with, and you can pretty much buy anything you want. Obviously online totally changes all that. You start off with the worst horse. Your guns are very basic. Your guy looks like shit. You've got the worst clothes, whatever, and everything's very expensive. So firstly, in regards to the response to actual prices of items, so people have been saying that, they're 4 times the price. A gun costs $800 when it costs, $40 in the store or whatever. Okay, so my point on this is, when it comes to purchasing items in the game, you're only going to purchase said item once. So if you think about that, an online experience, say like Call of Duty or, Call of Duty. So you're going to get guns as you level up, and you're going to want different ones as you go along, and the better ones are stuck by a level cap a lot of the time, or you get good ones from the start. But there's a wide array of guns and other things that you're going to want and need throughout the experience. Red Dead is set in the late 1800s. Pretty much all the guns feel the same. Everybody uses a repeater anyway. The damage difference is really minimal with all of the repeaters and handguns, revolvers. So you're not going to notice a drastic difference. Therefore, I don't really have any issue with them raising the price for a particular weapon. Yes, I could get that one in story mode from the start, or I could get it for cheap. But where's the intrigue or the motivation or the satisfaction with gaining that weapon? So you go and grind it out, you go and do loads of missions, then you realize you've got enough money to buy this weapon. Yeah, you already had that in the story, but that's the story component. This is the online component. So to be able to realize how much time that took you to get that weapon is going to make you appreciate it a lot more, and is actually going to give you a lot more fulfillment. So a lot of people find that quite strange, but I'm someone that's actually, in this sense, not only familiar with the grind and how it's working right now, but actually pretty happy with it. I think the system works. I think it makes you work for what you want to get in the game, and I don't feel like it forces you to feel like you're being forced to do any sort of grind to gain anything. Now, the main reason why, for me, there isn't much of an issue with the price of items is because this game, unlike GTA 5 online, unlike Red Dead online, unlike all the previous ones, this game actually has a story mode in the online element of the game. Now, I can't even think off the top of my head right now of an online experience that has a story mode in it on a console. That is, I know PC games, obviously, I'm not talking about MMORPGs, etc., World of Warcraft, etc., with quests and things like that. I'm talking about an actual sort of story mode with cutscenes and different elements to it in an online experience, particularly a Rockstar experience. So it's never been done in a Rockstar game before. They mentioned it with GTA 5, they mentioned this heists and things like that. I know they did eventually release heists, but they never released any sort of official story element. Now, this game's launched straight off the bat. The online portion has a story element with loads of cutscenes. You go in groups of 4, and then you have moral choices in each one so far that I've played. So you can either save the person you're rescuing, whatever, or you can kill them. That affects your honor level, and you vote between the 4 as to what decision you're going to make. I love that. I think that's great. The story component is fantastic. And the fastest way to gain experience and level up currently is through playing story missions. So that's absolutely fine. If you can do that and that's free and you're ready to do that, and the game allows you to do that immediately, you don't need to go and get this particular weapon or go and grind for ages if you don't want to. You just maybe grind for a little bit, get a little bit of money so that you can fast travel, so that you can get horse revivers, horse items, some food and stamina items for yourself, and dead items. Yo, just something I forgot to mention, so I didn't hear real quick post-recording. So if you're on PS4, there's 30-day early access at the moment to get a certain number of items. So you get an Arabian horse straight off the bat for free. What you do need is stable space first, which costs about $100. You also get a pistol, which you can get from a fencer in Thieves Landing, a revolver, sorry, and one outfit. The revolver and the outfit don't really change much, but the horse is obviously a big bonus over Xbox users, so it kind of sucks if you're on Xbox. You have to wait a little bit longer to get these perks, but you will be getting them. But this makes the ease into online mode a lot less harsh for PS4 users. Other than that, though, if you're a standard user that doesn't have this on Xbox, you just need to get a good horse to make the rest of the game super easy. The rest of them aren't going to matter too much, but you do need the horse. So yeah. And that's pretty much it, and ammunition, and then you're ready. Go enjoy the story of the online mode, gain experience, and then before you know it, you'll have unlocked a lot. You'll have leveled up a lot, and you'll have unlocked a lot of the special items that are level capped currently. So the main things that would be overpowered, like particular rifles and stuff like that, they're locked behind a level cap. Some as high as level 80 or 90. So all of a sudden, it seems like people are panicking who are level 2 or level 3, just started the game, about items that you shouldn't even be using until you're level 50 or 60, until you're at least 100 plus hours into the online portion. So far, I don't think there is a massive issue. I don't think the economy is a massive problem. Yes, it's unrealistic that a bow and arrow would be $120. Yes, that is ridiculous. But at the same time, these things aren't damaging the experience, really. Like, if you want to hunt, then you can save it up and you can do that. But if you just want to play the online portion and go onto the online matchmaking or whatever you want to do, it's all there and it's all ready to go and it's all free packaged with the game. So this is another point I wanted to make. I don't feel an issue with spending some money on the online portion of this game, right? So paying for the gold bars. So I'll get into the gold bars in a sec. I don't mind doing that because the online is this good. Now I think a lot of gamers seem to not be mentioning this at the moment. The story portion, obviously, it's one of the highest rated games of all time. People are going insane about this game. Everybody's loving it. But the online's coming out and people are almost like they're so comfortable with how great it is, and they're so like at this moment spoiled that there's all these issues that can happen with the online. They're forgetting how much of an incredible experience this online portion is and how it's just been added on. They've not said you have to pay an extra 20, whatever extra piece of money to get it. It's just there. And that's something that I think, like, I've definitely recognized and I appreciate, that there is all this extra content right now, and it's actually really good content. It's amazing content. There is so much more to do. I love the character customization. I love everything about it right now. It feels totally different to the story section of the game, but it's the exact same world, but it feels totally different, and that's in itself is incredible. So I don't mind getting my wallet out and spending 10, 20 pounds on some extra dollars so that I can get an extra horse stable, or I can get a rifle later on in the game, or get something that I want when the time comes. I'll be happy to do that. The quality of this online portion is so good, I have no problem with giving Rockstar a bit of extra money to purchase these items at all. Now, I'm going to come to the gold bars, but I first want to talk about the online matchmaking. So a core multiplayer experience is what people would expect: the team deathmatch, your free-for-alls, your battle royale modes or whatever in 2018. These are the elements you expect of a typical multiplayer experience. This has all of that and more. So the free roam experience is where people are really complaining about the money elements. If you go onto the online matchmaking and you play a deathmatch mode, it does not matter what you've done in the free roam section of the game. You can pick up a shotgun that will just be lying around to pick up. You can pick up dynamite. You can pick up a bow and arrow that's going to kill people in one hit. You can pick up a tomahawk that's going to kill someone in one hit. Like, it really doesn't matter what you have in the free roam section of the game. It's all balanced once you get onto the matchmaking. It's like you have your standard repeater or rifle or whatever, and then you pick up other stuff as you go, and it's fair. It's just like an arcade deathmatch style with loads of different guns to use and loads of different weapons. And it works. It's a great system. I jumped on yesterday before even starting the free roam, and it just keeps taking you into next mode. So you'll be playing team deathmatch, then it'll put you in a free for all, and then it'll put you in a like battle royale style bow and arrow where it's like 10 people in the match, last one standing, or like throwing knives, last man standing, stuff like that. And it just flows really well. Like, you'll finish a game and it will just blend out into another mode. Before you know it, you're just in these constant matches. I played for like 3 hours yesterday. Didn't even feel like half an hour. I enjoyed every bit of it. I had such good fun. And then I jumped out into the free roam portion and started farming. I got some pigs, sold them, went to St. Denis and did some farming in there, made some more money, and just enjoyed it. I'm enjoying every little bit of it right now. I'm taking my time with it and I'm having a great experience. So yeah, the matchmaking portion is fantastic. So now getting onto the gold bars, which I understand a lot of people are talking about and are concerned with, and I am concerned as well. Let me just make that clear. I am concerned about the gold bars. Okay, so right now, if anyone didn't know, you probably do know, the gold bars are in the game. So like any other microtransaction, if you don't have the in-game currency, use the pay with real money to get the gold bars. It's same like the GTA $5 or whatever it was. Get the gold bars to buy the item that you want. So currently the gold bars are not available to buy, so there's no store section yet where you can spend real money. So obviously this is a time where Rockstar are testing it. They want to know what people think of it before they roll this out, which is amazing. I really respect Rockstar for doing that. They clearly know that this is a risky decision in 2018 with all the microtransaction mess that's going on. Fallout 76, perfect example of an absolute mess of a game, and still trying to get you to pay for absolute crap. So this is obviously something that is a concern, and I get that, and I want to make it clear to Rockstar, and everybody has made it clear already that it is a problem. We need to be careful with microtransactions, but I don't think in a game of this quality that they're necessarily a bad thing. So for a game that wants you to keep playing it for a long time, and you want to keep playing it for a long time, you've made a purchase, you don't want to get bored of this online section in a week. If there's nothing to grind for, you'll have everything from the off. What's the point of playing the game? Like, this is the late 1800s. What are you going to have? A tent that gets a little bit bigger, and maybe a nice jacket. You're going to get bored after about an hour. Right now, there's reason to keep coming back because there's that gun that you need a couple more $100 to get, or there's that bow and arrow, or that item, or whatever it is. There's reasons to keep pushing on, and that keeps the game fresh, and that keeps you coming back to it. It's not necessarily this awful grind that you need to be like, needs to be dreadful, it needs to be horrible. Again, it's your choice if you want to do it. You can play the matchmaking and have everything ready for you, and it'll be balanced. You can just go into team deathmatch or whatever. So with the gold bars, obviously, it depends how extreme it's going to be in the future. So I've noticed some of them say like 8 gold bars for like a horse and stuff like that. So it depends how they're going to price this stuff. If it's going to be extortionate for 1 gold bar or whatever, then obviously it's going to be an issue. But again, as I said before, I wouldn't actually mind putting some money towards this experience and purchasing some of these online microtransactions if I'm enjoying the game enough and I feel that it's deserved. And with the quality of this online experience so far, I easily will put some money into this game. I play Clash Royale, which is a mobile game, and I've spent money on that for different things as I put more time into it. Fortnite, I've spent money on loads of cosmetic items. If I enjoy a game, I have no problem with microtransactions, and I think used correctly, they can be absolutely fine. And I'm just hoping that Red Dead do this right, because GTA 5 was an absolute shambles. So I think they have the potential to do it right here. Obviously, they're testing it to see what's going to happen. But again, my main point that I wanted to bring up here is that the quality of this content is so good. Red Dead Redemption 2 is an incredible game. The graphics, obviously, we don't need to go into them. The fluid experience, the atmosphere, like the thunder and lightning. The thunder literally like roars around you, and the lightning like explodes off of mountaintops and stuff like that. It's unreal. You can just get immersed in it. The hunting, I actually love every bit of the hunting. It just works. Like, the world's great. The online portion is awesome. Being griefed and griefing other players actually is fun. It's not really that annoying. It can be at times, but once you grieve them enough times, they end up just quitting the game, or you can just quit out whenever you want, restart a new session or whatever. It's really simple to do. So far, it's just a great experience. But yeah, the gold bars could be a potential issue, but we don't actually know enough. I feel like we don't know enough to be able to say anything just yet. And I think right now, there isn't enough available to really say that they've done anything terribly bad. They haven't done anything that bad. Rockstar haven't been that criminal just yet, really, at all. There's nothing right now that is put behind a paywall that we really want or really need, or is allowing someone else to be extremely powerful right now. It just isn't in the game. I really don't feel like it is. So yeah, that's my opinion so far. I'm having so much fun with the experience. Yeah, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts, like what you're thinking. Are you playing the beta so far? Are you having fun with it? Are you playing the story still? I'm only halfway through the story, so I've still got quite a bit left to do. It's a big ass game, man. I haven't played a game this huge in a long time, and it's taking every bit of my time at the moment, which I'm not sure how I feel about that, but yeah, it is a great experience. But yeah, So yeah, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, like I said, listen to my rambling, and if you have any thoughts or opinions on it yourself, I'd love to hear what you think. Peace.